welcome to the late night football show, people. How are you all doing? How are you all doing? It's been a while now, people. It's been a week. And you all know why. You all know why I haven't been around, people. I lost a dear friend of mine who is a great supporter of this show. Always on my show. We always argue together. We always do things together, people. But listen, he's gone to a better place. He has gone to a better place. What's good, people? How are you all doing? The clinic is open, people. The clinic is open. I have got a shoulder for you to cry on, people. Come to me, my children. Come to me, my elders. Come to me, my friends. The complaint box is open. Yes. Let's see what the chats are saying. I'm not sure what's going on with the chats today. But let me see if I can fix it. I can't really see the chats on the screen. I'm not sure if you guys are sending any messages. But I need to check this out now. I think there's been an error. Let's see what people are saying, people. I'll check on my phone. Hey, Epic. What's up? How you doing? What's good? Sorry, guys. I had to do a late show today. And the reason I'm doing it is simply because of the Champions League, obviously. I just finished the Champions League game. We just saw Manchester City get a late winner. We just saw Real Madrid beat Liverpool that beat Arsenal. But listen, we're going to get into the bottom of that. But before I get into the highlights of today, let me quickly see if I can get the chats on the screen. I'm not really sure why I can't see the chats on the screen. But let me sort that out now. What's been going on, people? What has been going on? Talk to me. Let's see if I can fix that so I can actually talk to you guys. Epic, I see you. I'm just going to try and get most of these chats on the screen. Bear with me. Bear with me 1 second. One second, people. I just want to get it on the screen. Bear with me. See if I can figure these out. Yeah, for some weird reason, I can't get on the screen today. So I'm just going to be looking at it on my screen here. Epic, what's up? Joseph, Ateta out. Big up yourself, Tony. Evening to you, James Dunlop. Akuma, long time no see. I'm good. Thanks a lot for this. Tony, evening, James. Hope you're good. Velvisha, I'm just good performance from Liverpool. Listen, you're a Chelsea fan. I don't see any reason why you're even talking. Listen, people, let's just look at the highlights for today, okay? Let's quickly look at the highlights for today. And I'm going to be opening up the phone lines for you to come in and talk to me. All right, people, Arsenal fans around the world. I know you guys need some love at the moment after the disgraceful performance from the Arsenal team. Liverpool got clobbered by Real Madrid, people, today. Yes, the same team that dealt with Arsenal. Look, I said it in the past that Arsenal like the British weather, but I'm not even sure about that right now because it's all doom and gloom for Arsenal on a continuous basis. I can't really explain the team right now. I don't even know if they're like the British weather. Today it rains. Today the sun shines. It's like a sinusoidal wave. But for Arsenal, I'm not even sure what's going on now. I have no idea what's going on with that football club. Chelsea unbeaten run explodes, people, like a volcanic eruption. When Tuchel came, everyone was like saying, oh, Tuchel is this, Tuchel is that. Listen, Emery came and we had 21 games unbeaten. It happens. It's football. You should expect the worst. And that's a wake-up call for the Chelsea fans. Tottenham, you cannot run. Because our Arsenal loanee from Newcastle in Joe Willock made sure that he's going to drag down Tottenham. Because they all lost the opportunity to be able to get into the top 4, people. I'm sure Willock is probably thinking, listen, If you want to go to heaven, I'm going to drag you to hell. They've blown their chance, people. They have blown their chance to get into the top 4, Tottenham. What about Xhaka, people? Was Xhaka missed against Liverpool? Who is going to be Thomas Partey's best partner? The phone lines are open, people. If you want to come into the phone link right now and you want to talk to me about your team, you want to complain about anything, this is the right place for you to be, people. The Discord link is open. It's right there in the description. It's right there. It's also pinned in the live chats. You can click on that. You can tell me about your team. Are you a Chelsea fan? Are you going to complain about what Tuchel is doing right now? Are you going to complain to me about Arteta? Are you going to complain to me about Mourinho? If you're a Tottenham fan, talk to me, people. Talk to me. All right, what are the boys saying? What are the boys saying? For some reason, I can't get it on the screen. I don't know what's going wrong with my chats, but I think OBS is beginning to mess up. I'm not sure what's going on, so I'm just going to be reading out the chats. All right, Osman Ali, what are you saying? My complaints about the players. They're snowflakes, prima donnas, selfish, overpaid divas. That's a lot, Osman. That is a lot, Osman. Do you want to come in and chat? Tony, Liverpool didn't show the game they gave Arsenal, that's for sure. They didn't show the game they gave Arsenal because Real Madrid is a better team. It is a better team, people. There is no two ways to put it. If I'm going to ask you this question, do you think if Arsenal, for instance, should meet Real Madrid, what's going to happen to us? We're going to get eaten like a lion that is eating his fist. Do you know what I mean? They're going to devour us. They're going to tear us apart because that's how bad we are as a football club. That's how bad we are. You can see how ordinary Liverpool looked today against Real Madrid, people. It is what it is. We are nowhere near, people. We are nowhere near. It's just that simple. There's no two ways about it. James Dunlop, Europe is gone, Tony. Yeah, 8 or 9 is where we'll end up. You guys are right. And listen, man, there's no difference between Everton and Arsenal right now, man. I agree with you. There is absolutely no difference between Arsenal and Everton right now, as far as I'm concerned. Do you know what I mean? Guys, if you want to come into the waiting room, it is right there in the descriptions and it's also there in the live chats. Click on the Discord link and you can come in and we can talk. Akuma, what's up? What's up? How you doing? What's good? Big up to yourself, Military Guna. What's good, man? How have you been? It's been a while now. I know, guys. I am back. Tony, Arsenal would be smacked up if Real Madrid played you. Exactly. We're going to be smacked up so bad, man. We wouldn't be able to recognize our faces anymore. That's how bad it's going to be because we are nowhere near, people. We are absolutely nowhere near. Do you know what I mean? All right, that's a picture of what happened to us against Liverpool. Obviously, I couldn't come on to talk because I hadn't recovered from what happened, to our dear friend Claude. But listen, at the end of the day, I'm going to be looking at the positive things here because obviously I felt that Claude lived a good life. He was a pioneer of this show. He was always supporting me through this show, you know. I'm pretty sure right now he's having a go at me, you know, wherever he's like, Tade, shut the hell up, you know. Funny guy. We had our ups and downs, but it is all love. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is, people. It is what it is. All right, Sakana, I see you in the waiting room. I'm going to get you in now and you can talk to me. Let's see if we can get Sakaya. Is it Sakaya? I think it's Sakaya. Let me see if I can get you in right now. Let's see if I can get you in. All right. Hello, Sakaya. Can you hear me? Sakaya, I think you are on mute. Do you want to unmute? I cannot hear you right now.
Sorry.
What's good, man? How you doing?
It's an honor.
What team do you support?
I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm a Gooner.
Good. Nice one. Nice to have you on today.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to talk? What do you want to complain about? Because right now, what this show is about is for you to drop your complaint. You know, when you go into, like, for instance, a company that is not doing its job, right? You have like a suggestion box, right? You put your suggestions in there right now. So just think of me like a box, right? And you want to complain. You want to put your complaint in that box. I am that box right now, Sakana. So just fire on. Tell me, what is the problem with Arsenal Football Club? What is your problem with Arsenal Football Club?
I don't know. I just want to. It's pretty much a question, but do you think, as Arsenal fans, should we accept that it's going to take time, or the possibility that like if you look at Liverpool, 30 years, to get to where they are now, should
Mm,
we, as Arsenal fans, accept that? Because people are expecting it to happen in a couple of years. So
mm.
what do you think? That's what I know. Because I'm fed up. People are going in Arteta, but if you look at the bigger picture, it's the owners really. Yeah, they've really been the only constant throughout the last few years, like the latter part of Arsene Wenger's reign, and
Mm,
through Unai Emery,
mm,
Freddie Ljungberg, even Arteta. So should we
mm.
accept that this is
You,
a
you,
process,
you,
or
Sakai, you're putting me on the spot now. You are putting me
yeah,
on the spot, man. You are putting me on the
yeah,
spot because a lot of people that follow me on this channel, they kind of know that I kind of knew it was gonna be a long project for Arsenal Football Club. A lot of people don't agree with me. My dear friend, God rest his soul, Claude, never agreed with me on that. It's something that we are always at each other's neck for, and I knew it was going to be a big project because I kind of understood how backward Arsenal Football Club is. A lot of people didn't really understand how backward we are. We've been crap since Arsene Wenger days. Do you know what I mean? It's how am I going to put it? It's almost like we are like a metal, right? That's been left too long in water and is getting rusty.
yeah,
Do you understand what I'm saying? That's
yeah,
how bad we are. That's how bad we've been. And I think people didn't really understand that. And I remember very well when people asked me the question earlier on if we're going to make top four. I wasn't sure about it. I remember very well on the FTV, Robbie asked me this question, and I was like, I don't think so. We have to do certain signings for us to be able to get there. And guess what? I was even wrong. We actually need more signings than I actually thought we needed. You know what I mean? For us to be able to get to where we are, where we're supposed to be. So people need to understand that this rebuilding process takes a lot more than just players. It also takes a lot about the culture of the club as
yeah.
well. Do you know what I mean? So for me, it's a big project, right? But it's all about what you think now, because I'm giving my opinions, but really and truly, I'm not supposed to give my opinions on this show. I'm just supposed to be, asking for your opinions. So I'm gonna turn the
Yeah.
tables. What do you
Yeah.
think? What do you think is the major problem, and what should be done about it?
Well, I saw the Champions League game today, and Real Madrid played a team that smoked Arsenal completely,
Mm,
3-0 off the park. So also, if we're in the Europa League, you get in
mm,
the Champions League, we're just gonna get thrashed, and then it's gonna have to start again. I don't think we can get top four.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, so it's gonna be a long time. We have to get fine players out at the level that Arsenal want to be. And that's gonna cost money,
mm-hmm,
but it's
mm-hmm,
in the park. The ball is in the park of the Cronkies. Will they be able to fund this process?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Because if not, I think it'll just be keep going in round in circles, new managers, and there'll
mm-hmm,
be no progress.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So I mean, obviously you saw the game today, right? You saw how bad Liverpool were compared to Real Madrid, and then you saw how
Yeah,
bad we were compared to Liverpool.
yeah,
So that kind of gives you an idea of how far away the club is from where they're supposed to be. Because if a team like Arsenal right now played Liverpool the way we played Liverpool, with so much
yeah,
fear, with so much uncertainty, with so much hesitation, not sure about whether or not you should attack or defend because you're scared. That simply
yeah,
means the players themselves don't even believe in themselves to start with. And one thing about being a successful football player is for you to first and foremost believe in yourself. If you don't have self belief, that's already an error. That's already an error. Do you know what I mean? But then again, you look at Real Madrid today, right? They didn't have three of their first team
yeah.
defenders. They did not have Sergio Ramos. They did not have Varane. They
Varane.
didn't have Carvajal. And look at
Yeah,
how good they were defensively. That simply tells you that they have very good players sitting on the
yeah, good.
bench.
Yeah. But Arsenal don't, bring it
Exactly.
on.
And before you go, right, I'm going to ask you one question, right? Or a couple of questions, right? Let me just scroll to the person I want to talk to. I want to talk about this guy, Shaka.
Yeah,
What
I
is your
rate
take
Xhaka.
on?
I really do. I
Okay.
really rate Xhaka. I think the work he does is really unnoticed because
Mm,
he's not a flair player.
mm,
But really, he shows up the midfield. We saw Ceballos was very rash on
mm-hmm,
Saturday.
mm-hmm,
It's, he can't. He's not very good on the ball. I say that, but he gets a bit scared when he makes a mistake. He goes out trying to make up for that mistake, and we saw
mm-hmm,
that. So I do think Jacques is underrated. I think because of
mm-hmm,
what happened against Crystal Palace.
mm-hmm,
That is something that the fans can't find that hard to get over. but it's understandable. But I do rate him. I think we saw in the midfield Saturday.
Can I paraphrase the question now?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you rate Xhaka?
I do.
I mean, do you rate him? Let me just phrase the question in the way I want you to understand me, right? Do you rate him in comparison to the players we have in the club, or do you rate him among top players in the world? Do you get what I'm saying? How do you rate him in comparison to the players?
Not among top players in the world. In the current crop of players Arsenal have at the moment. He's up there.
Okay.
But he's better than Ceballos. He's better than Xhaka in terms of partnership with.
You mean El Neni? You just said Xhaka. You feel he's better than El Neni? Okay.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, but there's a reason why he was a regular under Arsene Wenger and under Unai Emery. There must be something that these managers see that we as fans can't see that Xhaka offers on the pitch.
All right, cool stuff. Now, one question I'm going to ask, right, is about Harry Kane. Okay.
I don't like that guy.
Well, I'm going to ask you the question anyway. Harry Kane is 27, right?
Yeah.
Do you think if this guy retires without winning any Premier League or any trophy,
a streets won't forget player?
What do you think is going to be his legacy then? Do you think he's going to be remembered as one of the greatest strikers in England, or do you think he's just going to be forgotten if he doesn't win anything? And do you think he's ever going to win anything if he stays in Tottenham?
If he stays with Spurs, I don't think so, unless Mourinho can pull something off against Man City, which looks highly unlikely. But I don't know. Well, you think of players like, I don't know, Yaya Sanogo. They won more than him. But well, I don't know. Because normally these kind of players win things, but this is weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess he will be remembered, captain of England. Probably Spurs' best player. I think he will be remembered, but will he be remembered like the players who have scored, who have been like it, like being the top of the Premier League? Henry, Van Nistelrooy, these sort of players who won things. I don't know. It's a strange one. We'll see.
All right, then one more question before you go. Arsenal versus Slavia Prague on Thursday. What is your take on that game? Do you think we have a chance?
Yeah, I do think we have a chance. But you have to bear in mind these guys beat Leicester. They beat
Rangers as well.
Rangers, yeah.
And they were in the same group as Bayern Leverkusen as well.
Yeah, and even in Champions League, they're not in the Champions. When they've been in the Champions League, they've done well against like Barcelona. This is a team also need to look out for. But I'm hearing missing a lot of players, particularly at the centre back. So, but it just depends on what Arsenal turn up. Will it be the one on Saturday or the one that we saw against like Benfica or even West Ham in the second half? That's what it was dependent on.
Okay. All right, Sakaya. Is that your real name or just one of the names?
That's my real name. Yes.
All right, Sakaya. I really appreciate you coming in. I really, really, really do. I've got a few people in the waiting room. Normally, if you guys were familiar with each other, I'll just get you all in. Do you know what I mean? But I think it's better I just take you, specially because you're very, very special. Do you know what I mean? Thanks a lot, Sakaya, for coming on. I really appreciate you, and I'm looking forward to talking to you very, very soon again. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, man.
Talk to you later. Cheers, buddy.
Bye.
Bye. That's Sakaya, people. Military Gunner, I see you. I'm just going to take a few... I see you as well, Mossy Boy. I'm just going to take a few comments, and I'm going to get you, Military Gunner, into the room. All right, let's see what the comments are saying right now. Unfortunately, I can't put it on the screen like I usually do. Me and my technical difficulties. I'm not entirely sure what's going on right now. All right. What are you guys saying? All right, James Dunlop, you're saying that Liverpool didn't have to work against Arsenal. That really shows how bad we are, don't you think? That shows how really bad the Arsenal Football Club is. Tade, how long are the board going to keep faith with Arteta? Listen, man, for me, right, I think that it is so bad in Arsenal. It is so bad in Arsenal that people think that it's just going to take 1 season, 2 seasons to actually fix it. It is so bad in Arsenal, people. It's going to take time. It is going to take time. I've been saying it, man. If we had gotten into, say, for instance, the top 4 this season or Europe this season, for me, that's a bonus. That is a bonus. I'm not even kidding you guys right now. That is a bonus. Do you know what I mean? Psycho vibes. I watched Madrid play today. Arsenal are not ready for Champions League. We don't have the personnel at all. We would get smashed. I totally agree with that. Velvisham, Trent is finished at right back. Velvisham, you are a Chelsea fan, right? Remind me. I think you're a Chelsea fan or a Man U fan. I know you want to come here and talk about Chelsea. I would be looking forward to hearing from you. Velvisham, Epic, if you're on Discord, tell Tade I said tie is over. Klopp takes the blame and Trent Alexander is finished at right back. Dortmund schooled City. Ref was paid by City. Come on, Serum. What are you saying, man? What are you saying? Freaking hell. Tony, Slava Prague will not be an easy game as some people think. If Arsenal are not on it, then I fear for you guys. I totally agree with you. On that, man. Let's see if I can get Military Gunnar into the room right now. Let's see. Military Gunnar. Right. Hello, Military Gunnar. What's up, man? How you doing? Can you hear me? Hello? I can't hear you. I think he's gone out. Let me see if I can get him in. Hello, Military Gunnar. You are live now. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I'm here now. How are you, bro?
Hey, what's good, man? What's good?
I'm good.
Long time. The last time I think I came on your channel recently, and I think that was when Jamaica was playing. Yeah, I came in briefly, and I was like, oh yeah, you're actually a Jamaican person. I totally forgot. How you doing, man? What's good?
Well, I'm here. I'm not trying not to stress over Arsenal, you know.
So what do you want to complain about today? Tell me.
Well,
you are in the Arsenal clinic right now. Tell me, what do you want to complain about? What is your problem? Yeah. Tell me. You have a shoulder to cry on right now.
Yeah. All right. So I'm definitely looking at the Arsenal fan base going mad. Trying to hang Arteta, and I'm like, it is just familiar story to me. To be fair, when I was looking at Arsenal under Emery, we were crying for Emery's head. The latter stages of Arsene Wenger, we were crying for Arsene Wenger's head as well. And there's a common denominator there. There's one significant common denominator. Even the backroom staff changed, but there's one common denominator, and that is the owner.
Yeah.
That is the owner. Stan Kroenke, when he got, I think it was like 50% ownership, like about 2007 at that time about. And since then, we were in Champions League final in 2006. Remember now? Yeah. And then he got, I think, 50% ownership in 2007. And then now you see the decline. And his name is Usman. Is it Usmanov? The other person?
Yeah, the other guy. Yeah.
By the club.
Yeah.
Yes, and he said that let me take the club rather than leave everything onto Stan Kroenke. And Stan Kroenke bought out everything. And you see the big dip since Kroenke bought every single thing. So I can't say that Arteta is not an issue. I won't say that because I've seen a lot of things that I said, okay, there's problem where Arteta is concerned, but I think the owner is a bigger issue. The owner is definitely a bigger issue. So when I track back and said, okay, let's look at things. Are fine. People are going to say Arteta is not picking the team. The owner is not picking the team, putting out the best 11. But we should remember that football is a business. Football is a business, and if you own a business, and for 10 years there's a steady decline in finances in the business, isn't it your responsibility as the owner of the business to gather all your branch managers or your subordinates and say what is going on, what is wrong? Why am I seeing these negative figures in the bank balances? Which is telling you that something is wrong. People are going to say that he employed people with footballing knowledge in the backroom staff. But remember now, if you employ someone that you deem capable of controlling the football area of the club, and you realize that the football is still declining, and because the football is declining, the finances are declining as well, you have to take a stand. You have to take a stand.
So sorry to cut you short, yeah? So what you're saying essentially, Military Gunnar, is you are looking at the root cause of the problem, right?
Yes.
You're looking at the foundation of what the problem is, and the foundation is the owners of the club are not doing the right thing to be able to get us back in track, to where we belong. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay.
Look at this now.
Okay, go on.
I'm looking at this now. Remember now, there's a strong possibility that FFP might give a bit of leeway coming into this transfer window. And no news are coming out now that there's a possibility that Arsenal would have to sell Saka. It's just news, rumors, that there's a possibility that we have to sell Saka to finance other things. So if we should look at that now, if FFP has been relaxed, why do we need to sell our best young player to finance any particular department?
When you say our best young player, are you talking about Saka? Because
Saka, yes.
I had that rumor. I thought it was a rumor.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's a rumor. It is a rumor, but I'm just looking at the possibilities. I am definitely looking at the possibilities.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you should look into things, that means that the root core to this problem is the common denominator that has been here since the decline under Wenger, since the decline under Emery, and now it is a bigger decline under Mikel Arteta. The root denominator is actually Stan Kroenke. And that can't change.
So I mean, I hear what you're saying, right? But then I have a question to you, right? When you look at the player, for instance, now look at these 4 players on the pitch, on the screen. I don't know if you see my screen, but I've got Xhaka, I've got Thomas Partey, I've got El Neni, I've got Ceballos, right? Now, these particular players, I don't know how many of them are going to, maybe apart from Partey, obviously coming from Atletico Madrid, I don't know how many of them are going to make it in the big leagues of the likes of Bayern Munich, or the likes of Real Madrid, the likes of Barcelona. I don't know how many of these players are going to. So, the question now is, don't you think a little bit of blame needs to go to the recruitment as well?
Exactly. Yes, definitely. So, recruitment is a big factor. Since recently, we have seen better recruitment where we go for the likes of Odegaard. Even Pablo Mari was definitely a good recruiting. But it's just since recently. Remember now, Granit Xhaka, even El Nini, these guys have been at the club for like almost 5 seasons now. So those recruitments was back then. So the new regime, I think that they have a better understanding of getting in the right players, looking in the right specific areas. So I won't kill him on that, because look at Gabriel Magalhaes. He was a very, 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 very good player. He's a very, very good player, so that you can boil that down to recruiting as well. Martinelli as well. So these guys actually in the good criteria. So what is happening right now? So the recruiting here right now, I can say there's a bit of stability moving forward. But back then, it was really, really poor, because Granit Xhaka, El Nini, let me continue. Even Rob Holding, who have been at the club, who should have realized that he's not good enough and let go of these specific players. So definitely. So Dani Ceballos was not a bad player. He came in the club at a bad time. So definitely that's the reason why he was struggling. Because if many should remember that Dani Ceballos, he was actually one of the man of the tournament, the under-21 tournament when they won the World Cup. So
I mean,
it was outstanding.
Yeah, but then again, I mean, we have Nketiah, who has broken Alan Shearer's record under 21. I don't think you performing under 21 would necessarily mean that you're going to perform very well, when in the top leagues. Do you know what I mean? Because Nketiah is a prime example. Nketiah scores more goals than Balogun, and Balogun looks way better than him, even when he plays in the first team. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I'm not necessarily going to be looking at under 21. There's so many under 21s that have done well under 21s. They've gone into the big leagues and they've messed up. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I guess what I'm just looking at here from a recruitment perspective is not just only recruitment, but also the signatures we make, the re-signing of players. For instance, now I saw James Dunlop. James Dunlop was asking a question about Aubameyang, if we're going to consider selling Aubameyang, right? By the way, guys, just before I ask you this question, apologies, guys, that I cannot take all the chats, obviously, because I'm talking. And secondly, if you want to come in, I see some people asking questions, how they want to come in. If you want to come in, the link is right there in the descriptions, and it's also pinned on the top of the chats. If you want to come in, click on that link. You have to use Discord, and you can come in. I see my guy from Nigeria. You can call in from Nigeria. I've received calls from Nigeria. It's really easy. Just click on that link and get into the waiting room, and I will get you into the live room. All right, I have some people waiting in the live room, obviously. So after this, I'll get to you, Mossy Boy, and I'll get to the next person in the waiting room as well. But just going back to the question, will you consider selling Aubameyang? Because Aubameyang, for me, I think you and I talked about this. Was it last month or sometime on Eagle TV's channel? Yeah. And obviously, you're very, very good with your analysis. I love it. You talked about the kind of player Aubameyang is. You talked about the kind of player Lacazette is. And I think I remember telling you that I remember asking you, what does Aubameyang offer when the team is not playing well? And I said something in the lines of, he doesn't offer much. He's been too poor, in my opinion. Would you consider dropping him, or would you consider selling him, Aubameyang?
Honestly, that's a very good point. My problem with Aubameyang now is that it won't be Aubameyang. I think the underperformance that we've seen from Aubameyang is actually of recently when we played him on the left-hand side. If you should go and track back to the game, the Leicester City game, he was a lone striker. The Leeds game is also the lone striker as well. So these particular games that he's played in, he has been the lone striker. So the team cannot function with both strikers unless we're playing a 3-4-3 formation where Lacazette would actually drop deep as a central midfielder, and you'd find whosoever's on the wing, maybe Aubameyang, can go in behind. But the team cannot function with the two strikers. That is the problem. And Mikel Arteta, I blame Mikel taking away some of the attacking potency that we have. So definitely for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, I wouldn't look to sell Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I would more to sell Lacazette, because there's actually more resale value on Lacazette because of the wages and actually yes, there is. No one is going to take up Aubameyang wages at this point in time of his career.
So you're looking at it. Age. So you're looking at it from the wages perspective and his age perspective, not necessarily in terms of whether he's going to be a very good signing from a lethal striker perspective. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, so on a lethal striker's perspective, right now, I think our top goal scorer is still Aubameyang, right? Is that so?
Lacazette in the Premier League. Lacazette in the Premier League, and I think overall Aubameyang.
Overall is Aubameyang. Okay, so that is what I'm talking about. Look at that. And Lacazette, he's having one of the worst seasons, but yet he's still our overall leading goal scorer. We cannot we can't guarantee the amount of goals we can get from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang from Lacazette. So I understand that there's a particular discussion about the system, how we want to play and those things. But the thing about it is that we see that if you put Aubameyang up front, put the creative players around him, we will get goal. Right.
Okay. So, but you said something earlier, right? Which kind of fascinated me, right? You said him playing on the left might not necessarily be the right move. But
not necessarily.
He scored the majority of his goals playing from the left. Let's not forget that. Under Arsene Wenger, under Emery, he scored the majority of his goals playing from the left. So why is it all of a sudden it's not working?
All right. So this is all. It boils down to like player physique. So football evolved. Also, for every single player, the football game evolved. Also because of their age. So he's getting older. So the sprinting pace that we know and associate Aubameyang with, he does not have that anymore. And we have to understand that. It's the same as how we see like Cristiano Ronaldo moving away from the wing and moving to the central area now, closer to the goal. Lewandowski, a bit closer to goal. All the lethal strikers are moving away closer to the goal the older they get. That is what we should do with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He's going in that direction with age. We have to factor in that. Yes, we know that he has the pace and power, but we have to be smart in how we use him. And I think that is an area Mikel Arteta is failing with. So get him closer to the goal rather than have him playing left back, right back, because we're under pressure, so he'll be playing a bit deeper. So the moment he should receive the ball, the amount of energy that he should exert, he doesn't have it. He does not have it. So get him closer to goal. So for example, let me give you a good example. In the Liverpool game, Lacazette was playing the center striker. At no point in time we saw Lacazette running off any one of the two defenders, like in between any of the two defenders, because Lacazette is going to come deep and try to link up play or pick up the ball. Now, when you have a player make a bombing now, yes, the defenders would want to press a bit higher on Arsenal. But guess what? When they look to their left or their right, respectively, they will see a bombing. So that really drive a bit of fear in them. Said we can't overcome it. We can't overcome it. But when we play Lacazette, they're under no form of pressure. So they can come in. They can at least come to the half line and stand up because they'll be under no pressure. Lacazette does not have the pace to go in behind of them. So they have nothing to worry about.
Okay. So one question, right? I've got 2 more questions for you. Do you think Aubameyang is lazy?
No, he's not.
You don't think so?
Aubameyang is not lazy. No, he's not. All right, so let me show you why. Go and despite the fact that he had a bad game, look at his defensive stats, his recoveries. Look at his recoveries. Also, the amount of time he will drop back to support the left back. So when we say Aubameyang is lazy, first of all, Cedric Suarez does not have to do the amount of work that Aubameyang has to do because he's not entitled to go as far as the offline. But guess what? Aubameyang is a striker, which means that despite the fact, even when we're under pressure, he has to go forward at some point in time. So if we should say Aubameyang is lazy, it means that we're not calculating the ground covered and the amount of energy that he exerts going forward in the action.
How is this, right?
Have no need to pass
and cover distances and not do. A lot of people now are saying that he might end up being the next Ozil. Do you see that happening? Because people are saying now he might end up being the next Ozil. Do you see that happening? Because the truth about the matter is, I'm not going to lie to you, Military Gunnar. The body shape of Aubameyang for me is not encouraging. I'm sorry. For me, anyway. I don't know whether you're seeing the positive side or maybe I'm seeing the negative side. But I see a lot of body language from this guy that kind of tells me that he needs to be benched a little bit and taught a lesson.
Okay. Yeah, that is understandable. But I think what is happening is that people are actually reading a bit too deep. No, I've seen Aubameyang whenever he loses a game, and that is how upset he is. That is how he carry on with his frustration. The thing about it is that when he's losing, he slumps. But give him a goal, and you see a different personality. And that is it. That is Aubameyang. There's no in between. He's either is really really sad or he's just happy. And when he's sad, people are going to say that he's disinterested. Is
that what you want from a leader, though? You want a leader that can carry and rally the troops. Do you think Aubameyang is a captain? Because
this is the thing about it. There's different type of captains. There are different type of captains, and I learned that when I was studying psychology. You have autocratic. You have the type of people that actually lead by example, by going out and doing the stuff. So, for example, many people are going to say Lionel Messi is not a captain because he's not going to bark around others. He's not going to hold a player by the neck and those type of things. Now, you have the leaders that when they go on the pitch, they lead by example by doing their job on the pitch. But you have different type of leaders. So you have a Kieran Tierney, one who's assertive in front of the camera, off the camera. He conducts himself in a decent manner. Then you have the David Luiz who's going to bark and shout order. You have the Granit Xhaka who's going to bark and shout order. But then you have even Lacazette. Lacazette is a leader, but you won't see Lacazette barking order. Okay, but people are going to perceive them differently.
Which leader do you prefer as a player? Which leader would you prefer to have in your team?
As personally, when I was playing football, I'm still playing a little semi-pro now. But I do prefer the leader that leads by example on the pitch, because at the end of the day, even when things get rough, it makes no sense you barking at me and we're actually losing the game. You're just barking insanely. You're just making a bundle of knives. I want to see my leader taking the ball and doing something with it and say, this is what we should be doing. Let's control the game by doing this. Yes, the problem is now that Aubameyang is not scoring goals. And that is the problem. I can guarantee if he was scoring goal, there would be a different perspective.
Okay. One last question before you go, before I get my next caller. Granit Xhaka, was he missed against Liverpool? And
yes,
who is Partey's best partner? So the first question, was he missed against Liverpool?
Yes, Granit Xhaka was missed because of... All right, so when Granit Xhaka didn't play, I understand the reason why Mikel Arteta umped to play Ceballos. He realized that the midfield that Liverpool had maybe are going to be a bit shaded. Not the perfect midfield, because we've seen how their midfield is going recently. But the thing is, Ceballos lost all his duel. He wasn't competitive enough in the midfield area. Playing El Nini would be like you're just trying to retain possession, and we weren't doing that in the same sense. So basically, they were just working inside of the midfield. One thing that Granit Xhaka does, Granit Xhaka enables Thomas Partey, and Thomas Partey enables Granit Xhaka. So they complement each other. We might not like Granit Xhaka, like myself, but on the pitch, when he's playing, he complements Thomas Partey, and he provides an extra outlet for Thomas Partey. So that is the reason why Granit Xhaka passing outlets are so good. Yes, we might say these are back passes to defenders or to the fullbacks, but guess what? That is relieving pressure, and he's always present to pick up the ball, which means that we might get a bit of control in the midfield area where Thomas Partey can move forward and do a bit extra.
Yeah. All right. Listen, Military Gunnar, honestly, I really appreciate you coming here to dissect the game for us and to break it down the way we like to hear.
No problem, bro.
One of these days, you and I will get into one of them proper debates, but today you're gonna have your way. Anyway, thanks a lot, Military Gunnar. I really appreciate you coming in.
Big up, bro.
And I'll be talking to you pretty soon, yeah? All right. Talk to you later. Cheers. All right, people. That was Military Gunnar, a very, very sound analyst. I always love his analysis. Very wonderful guy. I'm going to be getting Mossy Boy next. But just before then, I'm going to be telling you guys a little bit of the recap of today's show for anyone that is just joining today. By the way, if you want to talk to me, I had someone saying he's coming from Nigeria. I think, is it Cosmos or Cosmos? Please and please and please, I hope you're still there. The link is in the description. Click on it and you'll be able to download the Discord link. And if you don't want to download the Discord link, you can use the web app. You can call from Nigeria. Anywhere you are, you can call in. It doesn't really matter. All right, people. Like I said, the clinic is open. If you have any problems, come to me and I've got my shoulder for you to lie on or cry on. The complete box is open, people. It is open. The Arsenal fans around the world, they need some love right now, people, because of the disgraceful performance against Liverpool. And the same Liverpool got clobbered by Real Madrid, people. Same Liverpool. It was a shambolic performance today against Real Madrid. But that simply tells you how bad Arsenal is. You see, I said it in the past that Arsenal are like the British weather. They are like the British weather, people. It's like a sinusoidal wave. Today they make you happy, tomorrow they make you sad. Chelsea's unbeaten run explodes like a volcanic eruption, people. They lost to a Premier League struggling side in West Brom. Is there any Chelsea fan in the house? Do you want to come here and talk to me? I've got my older shoulder for you to cry on. Tottenham, you can run, but you can't hide, people. Yes. That's what Joe Willock of Newcastle did. He scored an equalizer for Newcastle against Tottenham. Obviously, he was actually thinking about Arsenal when he was scoring that goal, people, because they just blew their chance to get closer to top four. Was Granit Xhaka missed against Liverpool? And who is Thomas Partey's best partner? In the meantime, people, I'm just going to take a few comments and I'm going to play some little music for you guys. Don't forget, the theme of this show is all music and football, people. It is music and football. All right, Psycho Vibes, what are you saying? Tade, you can't compare the way Madrid play to the way Arsenal play. Obviously, I cannot compare it, and that's what I'm saying. We are really that bad. Let's be honest, guys. Real Madrid had three of their first team defenders out. Carvajal, out. Sergio Ramos, out. Varane, out. And look how good they were today. Look how good they were. Do you understand? Arsenal Manic, we need your Nigerian uncle to take over the club. I wish. I really wish, man. I wish. Let me see. Tade, are you happy we are 10th? Ricardo, what's up? No, I'm not happy we are 10th. Definitely, I am far from happy that we're 10th. Far, far from happy. How can I be happy we're 10th? No one should be happy they're 10th. Absolutely no one. But then again, I go back to what I was telling you guys, that we're a long way from being where we belong. We're a long, long way from being where we belong. It's just that simple. Do you know what I mean? Arsenal Manic, your shoulder isn't big enough for my big head to rest. Oh my days, I missed you guys, man. I really missed you guys, man. I swear to God. Do you know what? We're gonna take a short break, and I'm gonna be getting what's his name? Mossy Boy in next, okay? So I'll be right back. I want you guys to enjoy this music from Frigga. It's called Volcano, and obviously this is a song for all the Tottenham fans out there, you know. I'm just kidding. I'll be right back, people.
I hear you breathe, but I can't see if you're right here next to me. Something's wrong, wasn't it fun? Is it now we're done? You get dressed, I'm like a mess, and you tell me to confess, and you tell me to confess. Oh, I don't know what to say, what to do, how to make you see. This is nothing in real life, it might just have been a bad dream. You can run, you can hide, but you can't put the blame on me. Because you're acting like a volcano, tending to be my savior. Nothing you do can save us, save us. Because you're acting like a volcano and make me feel outrageous. You keep teasing me, but you're nothing without me. Running fast, never look back. Now we're over, that's a fact. Phrasing light, see it all bright. You were never right. Back to life, apologize. Too soon to say I'm fine. Too soon to say I'm fine. Oh.
Thanks a lot for the donation, Epic. I really appreciate your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
In real life, it might just have been a bad dream. You can run, you can hide, but you can't put the blame on me.
What kind of football do we play against Liverpool? We played school boy football, Ricardo.
To be my savior, nothing you do can save us, save us. Because you're acting like a
Arsenal Manic, what a tune. I feel like getting some oil and rubbing it all over my body. Listen, man, this is not a place for that.
a volcano, tending to be my savior. Nothing you do can save us, save us. Oh, a volcano, tending to be my savior. Nothing you do can save us, can save us, can save us. Oh, nothing you do, oh, nothing you do can save us, can save us. Because you're acting like a volcano.
All right, people. Let's see if we can get Mossy Boy in. I hope you enjoyed that tune. That's Volcano from Frigga. I'm going to be getting Mossy Boy in. And we see what he has to say and what he has to complain about, people. Let's see if we can get Mossy Boy in. All right. Okay. Where's Mossy Boy? Mossy Boy is already in the live room. All right, cool. Hello, Mossy Boy. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Mossy Boy? Hello, Mossy Boy. You're on mute, by the way. Are you still there or are you asleep? Mossy Boy. All right, I'm not sure what's wrong with Mossy Boy. Maybe he's away from his phone. All right, maybe he's away from his phone. Try and call back again because you're on mute right now, okay? You're on mute and we can't hear you, all right? You need to unmute. You keep going back into the waiting room. I'm not sure why. Let me bring you back in. All right, Mossy Boy is not here. I will have to go on with the show. Try and call back again because you're on mute right now. Okay, you're not on mute anymore. Can you hear me now, Mossy Boy?
Hello.
What happened, man?
I'm not sure what's going on with my mute. I just keep pressing it. It's not coming off, man.
That's fine, man. How you doing, man? Long time.
Man.
What's good?
Yeah, no, long time, Taddy. I just don't go online like because every time I see Claude picture like this, I just bust into cry. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
It's so sad. I was like, this is the person I spoke to a few days before. Man, when I opened my Instagram and I saw it on your page, I was like, no, come on, Tari, they don't joke with this. And that's when I quickly send you a message. And when you don't respond, I know that it looks like, and I went on to AFTV and I saw it. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I just don't know. I just burst into cry, man.
It's really sad.
Seriously,
I'm sorry I couldn't get back to you on time.
Yeah, that's fine, man. That's I know, I can understand.
Listen, I'm looking at the positives right now from in clubs.
Yeah, that's
that's
right.
the best thing we can do to honor
we
him
could
because
do, yeah.
obviously he's probably gone to paradise. He's left
Yeah,
this wicked
definitely,
world with all the issues and all the insults and curses, and I think he's
that's
just gone
right.
to a better place to rest at the end of the day. You know?
That's right.
Obviously, it's going to take some time to get used to his absence. I don't have anyone coming in to have a go at me anymore, and that
I'm here. I'm gonna have a go at you.
Yeah, but it's not the same as Claude. You see, it's not.
It's not the same. It's not gonna be the same, but I will still have a go at you. I understand. So yeah.
All right then. Okay, Mossy Boy.
Yeah.
What do you want to complain about today, man? What is your
Oh
problem
man,
today?
I've got so many things to complain about. I listened to
How long
the
are we
other
gonna be here for?
I'm not gonna go. I'm not going to go with all of them today. But I listened to the last two guys that spoke to you just a minute ago.
Yeah.
They complaining about the owner that is not is the owner is the problem. You said the owner is the problem. What give you the assurance? This is where we need to look at it now, right? What give you the assurance that if the owner gives Tata the money, because to me now, I was watching that game on Saturday. If you and I stays at Liverpool defense, Arsenal is not going to score past us. If you and I, that we're not professional, if we are playing in that Liverpool defense,
that's a bold statement.
I'm telling you, that's the way I see it. I would say, okay, before, I'm always having a go at Tata. I don't have now the players and the manager, all of them and the manager, they are not good enough.
Do you think you would do better if you're the manager with this crop of players?
But because I'm not, I'm not a professional manager, and like I said, I can understand where you're coming from, but looking at that manager now, to me, he doesn't know his first 11. But my question, the reason why I say that is, what justify Chambers to play ahead of Cedric? And Cedric has been playing well. If Bellerin is not there, Cedric will go in there. Because Chambers had one good game, and now that means he has to come ahead of Cedric.
So do you feel that game that Chambers played was not enough for him to start?
No, Chambers was useless. I mean,
no. Forget about this Liverpool game. I'm talking about the game before.
The game before he played well.
You have to use the game before to choose, right? You have to use.
No.
You're talking retrospectively now, right?
Tade, no. I'm talking. Chambers came in. Who do we play? We played against. Who do we play when Chambers was playing right back? We're playing in Europa League, if I'm correct, right?
No, we played against West Ham, and he was the man of the match.
We were playing against West Ham. He was the man of the match.
Yeah.
So we're playing you. We know that you cannot compare West Ham to Liverpool. Liverpool are a better side than West Ham.
West Ham are in top 4 right now.
Come on,
this season
they are in top 4 because the team around them are not doing well. That's why they are in top 4.
So they don't get any credit with the way Lingard has been playing well, with the way the manager. They don't get any credit.
When Lingard only just joined them, Tade, in January. It's not there from the beginning.
He's part of the team. He's helped them in the second half of the season.
Them. Okay, leave West Ham, but I don't.
I can't leave West Ham. You said I should leave West Ham. Why would I leave West Ham when they are in top 4? They are ahead of Chelsea, Liverpool, and Tottenham, and Arsenal.
What I'm trying to say to you now is, being the manager bringing in Chambers ahead of, because we have Cedric there. He was fit. He can play. It's only when this guy get injured, he goes to left back. And he was playing off left back. So to me, the manager doesn't know his first 11. This is why I've been complaining from the beginning that Arsenal is not a club that you're going to bring no manager with no experience to be learning his trade.
Can I ask you a question?
And,
Sorry,
yeah,
before you go on,
Yeah.
if you say Arteta doesn't know his first 11, does that mean Pep Guardiola doesn't know his first 11?
Oh,
No,
Taddy, why do you...
Hey, who's that? Who's that?
No.
Hey, Epic, you can't just jump into...
Why would you want to...
Epic,
Why
you can't
would you
just
want
jump...
to compare
Excuse me.
Arteta
Epic, you can't just jump into the call like that.
Because
What's
what you said
No.
can make him jump in.
No,
Epic. You can't just jump into the call like that. It's exclusive to Mossy Boy.
No, it's not exclusive. It's
It is
exclusive when you bring in
exclusive to
Pep.
Mossy Boy.
No, it's not exclusive. It's Pep we're talking about here.
We're
No,
talking-
that-
I asked him a
on.
question. I asked you a question. I have my reasons. Answer the question. Does that mean Arteta doesn't know? Sorry, does that mean Pep Guardiola doesn't know his first 11? It's a simple question. I have a reason why I'm asking that question.
That is completely irrelevant. That you can
Okay, do
never,
you want me to
ever-
tell you
don't
why I'm
ever-
asking that question?
don't ever- Why is the reason? What is the reason why you're asking that question?
Very good. He chops and changes his team. And
Oh my God!
listen. He chops and changes his team, right?
Yeah,
And the only reason we as fans are not picking on that now is because he's winning games.
mhm.
That's the only reason fans are not affording, right? Many times. And I think Epic can talk better about this than me. The likes of Foden, for instance, has played very well countless times this season. And he was thrown on the bench, right? Because he has other players in the team, right? That can probably still do a similar job or a better job, right? He has the luxury to be able to change and chop, those players. Now, the point I'm making, and the reason why I brought this up is because why can't you see that this man is trying to give most of the players playing time because he believes, right? He believes that the players should be able to do a job and they're messing up. Why can't you see it that way? For instance, if you have Saka, Emil Smith-Rowe, you have Pepe, you have Aubameyang, you have Lacazette. All these 4-5 players cannot start the same game together. So he needs to rotate. Do you agree with that?
Eddie,
He needs to
you just gave
rotate.
me you just gave me a brain tumor right here. God, oh my
That's
days.
the thing.
No, there's
But
no
do you understand?
way. No
Do you understand
way
where I'm
you
coming
can
from with that
compare.
question?
No, I
No.
don't understand. No.
Okay.
No.
The
No.
question is Epic, seriously, Epic. Let me talk to Mossy Boy, Epic. I'm not even kidding right now. Let me talk to Epic, Mossy Boy. I can talk to you later, Epic, because I'm directing this to Mossy Boy. Now, the thing is this, right? You are saying doesn't know his first 11. That's the reason I asked this question. But you're not looking at what he's trying to do by rotating players. You're not looking at it from that perspective.
Okay, Tade, let me ask you a question. Yeah, let me. I just no. I really, really, really. Please, really want you to be real with me right now. Yeah. My question to you is, what has this guy done for you to support him so much that he still have to stay there?
Who?
Can you tell me? Can you tell me if we have a pattern of play? All right. Tell me. I just want to know.
So here's the thing, Mossy Boy.
I don't know because I don't know. I would like to know.
All right. That's a very, very good question. I don't know how long you followed me, in terms of many times I've talked, even before the season started, even during Emery's time, right?
Yeah.
Even during Arsene Wenger's time, right? I've seen a big problem in this club.
Most people that I've seen on IFTV, I follow most of them, including you yourself. Yeah.
Okay. The point I'm making is, if you followed me for a very long time, you will know how I've been so livid and angry about the players that we have in our football club and the crop of players that we have. When Pepe came on, I had several issues with Pepe from the get-go. The first game he played against Liverpool, where people were hyping him up, I had my issues with Pepe. I could see that this guy was not the player that we need. When the likes of Mustafi came on, when Mustafi came from Valencia, I was one of the few people that had a problem with Mustafi. But Mustafi had the very first, say for instance, the first 15 games or 10 games, he was really good.
Father,
For
you are
Arsenal,
not answering my.
right?
You are not answering my
I'm
question.
getting there.
because
I'm
that's
getting
not
there.
the- yeah.
I am getting
All
there.
right.
Now, we kept on buying mediocre players. Holding, for instance, was bought by Arsene Wenger. Even if at all I've backed Holding to an extent, Holding was bought by Arsene Wenger. After Arsene Wenger, we went to buy the likes of Liz China.
Yeah.
Bellerin has been in this football club. I've had issues with this player for a very, very long time. Okay? When we bought Shaka, we were supposed to go for Kante. Okay? Now, I can name more players for you that the club has decided to purchase. Which simply tells me that this club, no matter the manager, they brought Emery. Emery that has managed big clubs. He's managed PSG. He's managed and gotten clubs to win the Europa League like 3 times. He couldn't coach these players. Now
Then
we decided to get
why
another coach.
did-
He couldn't coach these
No.
players. Doesn't that tell
couldn't-
you
he
that there's a
couldn't-
major problem in the club with the players that we get? Doesn't that tell you that the major problem is the recruitment? Doesn't that tell you? Until you get this recruitment right, we are going to be in this. See, I kid you not, right? Even if we get a big coach, right, and we don't change the stock of players we have in this club, Mossy Boy, I kid you not, right, we will remain in this deep shit for a very, very long time.
Tade, I do understand I understand where you're coming from.
You don't understand or you
trying-
understand?
I do understand what you just said. I understand everything you just said. My own argument up till now is Arsenal with the player that we have right now. I was listening to you earlier on. You asked is it Arsenal Manic that you asked a question that will you sell Aubameyang right now? Yes, I would get rid of him. We've played so many games without him and we won because the way he's kind of the way since he signed that contract, the way he's playing now, he's just like look at Gabriel, centre back that came in. When that guy came in, the guy was still like he was playing well. Look at him now; he just dropped in form. Look at the way the guy is tackling.
So was Mustafi when he came.
What?
So was
Yeah,
Mustafi when he came.
No,
Mustafi was good when he came.
No,
He was good when he came.
Tade, if you
He
go
was
and watch
good when he
Mustafi,
came.
Go and
The
watch
first 10
Mustafi
games-
at Everton.
No,
That's why
the first-
Everton get rid of him.
Mustafi was not at
Mustafi
Everton. What are you talking about?
always have a mistake in him.
Mustafi was
He
not
has
in
always had a
Mustafi was not in Everton. Who are you talking about here? Mustafi came from
played
Valencia.
for Everton. Yeah,
Mustafi came
when he
from
used to play for
Valencia.
Everton before Everton get rid of him, he's used to play for them.
Oh, wait a minute. Are we talking about the same
Yeah,
person here?
Squadron Mustafi used to play for Everton before he left. I
Am
don't need to Google it.
Am I getting confused now? Because Mustafi came from Valencia, not Everton.
Before he left for Valencia, he was at Everton. That's what I'm saying. Then from Valencia, he came to Arsenal. That's what
Okay.
I'm saying.
Okay.
Go and look at him when he was playing for Everton. Mustafi has always had a mistake in him.
I don't know. Maybe I need to go and Google and refresh my memory about Mustafi. But I only knew Mustafi from Valencia, not Everton. But anyway.
Yeah, but I will Google it for you. I will send you the link now. Mustafi used to be at Everton when he was young. Then he left. He went to Valencia. Then from Valencia, he came to Arsenal.
But at what age, though? At what age? Maybe, I don't know if he really played for the first team. At what age?
Can I interject? Can I interject?
are you still
I'm
there?
just saying-
Yeah,
I was
it's there.
I'm
Sorry, I
just-
cut you off. I
just-
just didn't expect any extra guest. But anyway, go on.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
used to Epic anyway. I'm happy for him to come in if he wants to. So it's fine.
Right.
Right.
I was
So-
going to interject. Yeah. He was playing for the Everton under 21s in 2012. Then he went to Sampdoria, and then from Sampdoria to Valencia, then Valencia to Arsenal.
Okay. So how did you? So the question now is, Mossy Boy, how did you know he was not good enough? Because obviously he didn't play for the first team. So that's maybe why I didn't know him. So you cannot use that.
He did. But
You can't use that as an excuse
Anyway,
to say what you're saying right now. I'm sorry, because he didn't even play for the first team. Did you watch him in the under 21? I'm just asking a question here.
I watch. I watch. What's it called? Mustafi at Valencia. I'm not a fan of Mustafi at all. When they said Arsenal
Yeah,
wants to
but-
sign, I don't want him.
Okay. That's totally fine. I get where you're coming from. Okay? Now, let's go back to the original question, okay? Let's go back to the original question. You were asking me why I am backing Arteta so much. That was the question you asked me, right?
That was the question I asked you.
And I'm going to stick to my guns, right? Even if Epic today, right? If Epic today should take over Arsenal Football Club, yeah? With the crop of players we have, Mossy Boy, I kid you not, I will back Epic. I'm telling you, I will back Epic. Just look at Aubameyang. Look at Aubameyang. Let me tell you an inside information, right? And I'm not going to tell you guys where I had this from. But I had it from a very reliable source. A very reliable source. Do you know that Aubameyang has got more attitude problem than Ozil? I know you're going to be quiet. I know you're going to be quiet because it's shocking, right? It's shocking.
No. Listen,
I had this from a very reliable source.
If you say you have it from a reliable source, that's fine. That is fine. But what I'm trying to say is, if Aubameyang has got an attitude problem than Ozil, why did they publicize Ozil attitude and keep Aubameyang's one in the house? That tells you, why did the manager just say, okay, Ozil have to go out the club. I'm not going to play him again. Then it means the management there it's not 50-50. If there is an attitude problem, then you have to. So you're actually sitting down. I'm gonna say two things. You're actually sitting down here and telling me that Arteta was the main reason why Ozil left the club. Is that what you're saying? Well,
you really
I'm not
do
saying
think. Are you gonna sit down there and tell me?
No. Listen.
Mossy Boy, finish your point. I don't know. Add my point.
Ozil was one of the big player in Arsenal. The reason why I think Ozil does not stop playing for Arsenal is because probably because of all this China stuff or whatever. I don't really know more. I don't really want to talk about it. However, the manager is there to kind of go back to the board and say, look at what I've got. And this is the guy, one of the guy that is the main guy at the club. Just let me I know you don't want me to play him, but allow me to use him until he run out of the contract. We're not going to renew his contract. We just tell him from there to go. As a manager, you should be able to tell the club, okay, this is what is going on. This is what, if you don't let me do this, it's going to, you know what Arsenal fans are like.
All right.
And I'm sure, they're not stupid. They will understand where it's coming from.
All right, let me ask Epic this question. Sorry, Epic. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
I
still have a migraine after what you said about Pep. Oh God.
What did I say about Pep?
Epic, you don't need to be angry at that. Leave Tade alone, man.
What did I say about Pep?
You said it does
just
Pep
gave me a
know his
migraine.
first 11.
It was a question. It wasn't a statement, was it? It was a question. I said, does that mean? It was a question because I was getting somewhere with that question. Because the thing about we fans, right? The thing about we football fans is when something don't work, right? For instance, right? When I'm gonna go back to Emery days, when Aubameyang was playing on the left and was banging goals, people were not complaining, right? When he stopped banging in goals, people started complaining. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I asked that question, because obviously Pep Guardiola is doing a system where he's chopping and changing, right? And it's working. And obviously he's got better players. Don't get me wrong, but it's working. If it stops working, questions are gonna be asked.
No, it's not that, bro. I just can't believe you asked me that question, but I will answer anyway for you.
I didn't ask you. I asked Mossy Boy. You interjected.
Yeah,
came from nowhere.
Yeah, I came from nowhere, but I'm gonna interject that question now, okay? That question, just gave me migraine, and I'm gonna have to answer for it because I can't let it slide. First of all, number one, Pep adjusted to the opponent that he plays, and plus on top of that, we have the best squad in the league. Hence, he's allowed to do that. The difference between Arteta is he cannot afford to do these type of changes. He has to always play his best 11 in order to win matches, not top changing, just giving chances to rubbish players that are squad players in Arsenal or who are terrible. Okay, and which in inevitably makes you lose games.
So you're saying,
that's a big difference.
Can I interject? So you're simply saying Arteta should play the same first 11 every single game then, because that's the best team.
Yeah, he has no choice because you're out of the Carabao Cup, you're out of the FA Cup, you're only in the Premier League, in which your season is done.
So he should play his best team every game. And then when they get injured, what are you gonna do? The injured players like Turney that is injured now, he's gonna play with one leg.
I'm trying
to understand what you guys are saying, because
when a player is injured, we could understand a player's they're injured.
Right.
Yes.
Okay? Right.
So
let me tell you one
means...
thing here, Taddy. Any Arsenal fan that is still thinking that we're going to go and win the Europa League, sorry, we're not going to win the Europa League. Everybody just need to forget about winning the Europa League right now. We need to focus. This is where.
Sorry, what do you mean we should forget? What are you saying? I don't understand what you're saying. You're saying we should forget about
because
we're
going to go. We go on to go. Everybody think that the route we are now to get to the Europa League final is easy. No, it's not. Because we've got more. Right now, if we don't focus, which I've said it before, we said. We're out of FA Cup. We are half Carabao Cup. We should be playing our strongest team in the league to push up the table.
Okay. Now, so let me ask you guys this question. Let me just ask. I get what you guys are saying. I totally understand the perspective you guys are looking at things from. Now, can the two of you kind of put your manager hat on for 1 minute? All right.
All right.
I want you guys to put on your manager hat just for 1 minute, Epic and Mossy Boy. Yeah. And let me ask a question, and I want to see how you guys think. As a manager, are you only thinking about winning, or are you thinking about winning, man management, squad rotation, managing players so that they don't overplay themselves and get injured, like the way Emil Smith-Rowe is out, Saka is out, Turney is out? Or you wouldn't care about all these things I've mentioned? You're just going to keep on playing them, even if it's 50, 60 games, you're going to keep playing your best team without considering squad rotation. Is that what you guys are telling me?
Let me return a question, okay? Is it?
I asked a question. You're not an African man.
No. Let me return you a question now. On what competition? If we were in all four competitions, or is it the two competitions that you are currently in right now?
So, it's a general question. As a coach that has a team that needs to play in 4 competitions, for instance, yeah, we had the FA, we had the Carabao Cup, and he was rotating players. Remember the Southampton game where we lost? And I remember very well I had this argument with Mossy Boy. A big argument with Mossy Boy. Mossy Boy was complaining that he shouldn't have played that team, blah, 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 blah. But we seem to forget that you need to rotate the squad. Because as fans, we moan a lot. We get angry a lot. We seem to forget that players need to be managed. We rushed back the likes of Partey back into the team and he got injured again. People seem to forget that easily.
Arteta's fault.
Right, okay. You can say it's Arteta. You see, that's the thing, right? You say it's Arteta's fault, right? But in the next game, when he doesn't play Partey, for instance, and then we lose that game, we then go on and blame him for not playing Partey. This is what we do as fans. Let's call a spade, and let's be honest with ourselves. This is what we do as fans. Now, when he plays him and he gets injured, we will still blame Arteta and say, why did he play him when he knew he was injury prone or he needs to rest him? This is what we do as fans. Is that fair?
No,
is that fair?
There's a justification. You've got to take in context, okay? First of all, in the first London derby, Arteta pushed him up the pitch when his leg. He couldn't even move. He pushed him up when he was injured, and then he proceeds after that. Proceeds the next match to put him in, then gets injured for a few weeks, and then rushes him back for the game.
Can I correct you? Because
it's mismanagement.
Can I correct you? Can I correct you there? Because you say it's mismanagement, but what you said about him playing that game was not entirely correct. What happened was he did his fitness check, and he was passed to play that game.
And then he gets injured? Oh, there you go.
Yes, he was passed. Arteta is not the doctor here. And they asked him if he was fit enough and he was feeling good. He said he was feeling good. And he was passed medically. And he played him and got injured. For instance, today, Hazard was back for Real Madrid. Zidane refused to play him because he feels he's not ready.
Exactly.
Now, Yeah, but he took action. The point I'm making, right? Say for instance, let's just for the sake of argument. Let's say for the sake of argument, right? Hazard is one of the best players, right? Let's say for instance he's one of the best players, and you need to win Liverpool, and he doesn't play Hazard, and we lose the game. People are gonna be blaming Zidane for bad management. Or why didn't you play Hazard? I don't know if you're getting where I'm coming from. The point I'm making is that's why I asked you guys this question. Mossy Boy, you're quiet. Are you having a migraine or something? That's why I'm asking you guys the question.
I'm listening. I'm going to answer your question.
Yeah, I want you to put your manager hat on. Stop thinking like a fan for 1 second. Think like a manager that has to manage a squad and also has to look at the disgruntled players as well. That's what I want you guys. So, what is your case right now? You are the manager, Mossy Boy.
Okay.
How are you going to rotate and play your players?
You know when the answer to your question is every manager needs to know how to manage. If you know how to manage, you're going to know all your players very well. And to me, I don't think our manager right now know how to manage. It kind of favors some players than the others.
What players does he favor? What players does he favor? Tell me.
Man, that's
Tell me.
another
I'm
topic
asking
entirely.
you. No. I'm asking you. You just said it. You should be able to defend what you just said.
But of course, I can defend
So
what
tell
I just said. When this guy just jet off to Dubai and he came back, what punishment did he get? Nothing. He just went back to go and play the next game. I'm talking about the Afro guy, William. What punishment did he get? And a player like what is it called? We know he has an attitude problem. A player like Guendouzi just fighting for the team on the pitch, and he never gets into the team no more. You get him out of the club. To me, that's two different things.
No, go on. I'm listening.
And it's two different situations, but you should be able. I was reading something about Guendouzi today with the club that he's playing for. He said that, we know that Guendouzi have a problem, but when he's on the pitch, he put all his heart out for the team. And this guy, what he did on that pitch on that day is trying to fight for the team. And I know what he said is wrong, but to me, he's trying. You can see Guendouzi every time someone hack Arsenal player down on the pitch. He's the first man that is going to, hey, what are you doing there? Go and look at Arsenal team now. They hack Arsenal team down. Nobody is on that pitch that is standing up for no.
Mossy Boy, can I interject?
Yeah, go on.
I asked you to put your manager hat on, which simply means I want you to talk as a manager that is in the dressing room, that is dealing with the issues and the bad habits of different players. Not as a fan. You've switched over as a fan now. You've not told me anything as a manager.
I've already sitting down.
You haven't.
I just told you that first thing that a manager should have is to be able to manage.
Sorry to cut you short, because the reason I say this is you've said stuff about Guendouzi right now, which with all due respect, Mossy Boy, you've not shown me that you're thinking as a manager right now. You're thinking as a fan, seeing things from the outside. You're not looking at things from the inside. You're not looking at the track record of Guendouzi. You're not thinking to yourself right now saying, hang on a minute, do you know how Guendouzi behaves in the club inside? Do you know? No. Guendouzi at 17, at 16, fell out with 3 managers and was banned and excommunicated from the team in Latin Orient.
I just knew you were going to say that.
But I have to say that because it's the fact. It's the fact. If you have a stubborn child that causes trouble everywhere he goes to, it will get to a point where you're going to be given. You're going to get in. Wait, hang on. You're going to be getting migraine, right? You're going to be getting migraine just like Epic is complaining that he's having a migraine right now. It's going to get to a point where you can't handle the child anymore. And he's gone to this new club now. He's already having issues with people, and they even sacked the last manager. So, are you saying all these managers don't know how to manage
it's the same club that is good, that's saying the same thing now. It's good to have that type of player in the team. So, but what I'm saying to you is, if let's say, for example, you ask me a question now, you're saying that you just said it. Like if Guendouzi, for example, Guendouzi, one of your kids is kind of behaving every time, he's behaving badly all the time. Are you going to kind of leave him outside and say, no, you had enough? Just, no, it's your kid. You still, as a, that's why you see most of other Arsenal players that Arsene Wenger managed. Every single person, they always said, oh, It's like a father to them. It's like their second dad. But to me, that's why I said first thing a manager should have is to be able to manage the team, to manage every single player. I understand where you're coming from, that Guendouzi has an attitude problem. He has failed under 3 manager, but there are some people, like, the way you're going to approach them. Arteta might have a different approach. You cannot deal the way you deal with Aubameyang, which is 31 or so, and go and use that the same thing to deal with a 19-year-old or 16 or 17-year-old. No, it's not going to work. You will have a different approach to every single player. Look at the way Mikel Arteta is. Yeah, he trusted what's it called, so much. Xhaka. That's why Xhaka play every single game. And this is one of the player sometimes lets him down. And he still put his trust in him.
Okay. All right. You know what? We've talked a bit too long about this guy. Let's just move on a bit. Just before then, right? Just before then, Tony Blackwell said something really. Just one last touch on this. Tade, well, I think I can answer this question and we just move on. I'm pretty sure everyone, even the media, even the fans, all knew that, there were non-negotiables that was set down. And personally, I've had issues with Guendouzi, even under Emery. I had issues with his ill discipline, right from time. And what I feel it got to a point whereby he kept on doing the same thing over and over and over and over, and it couldn't be handled anymore. This is my take on it. This is what I think must have happened. Whether you agree or not, well, that's everyone's problem. But I think it's got to a point where they couldn't take it anymore with him. And honestly, I don't think that guy has a future in Arsenal, if I'm being very honest with you. Anyway, let's just move on.
On that note, my question now, do you think, because you asked me a question earlier about Ozil, do you think it's Arteta that let him go, or is the club? Do you think it's Arteta push Guendouzi out, or is the club that pushed him out?
I think Arteta was the one that made the decision on Guendouzi. I think he was the one that made the decision on Guendouzi. I don't think he was the one that made the sole decision on Ozil. Because there are two different situations.
There are two different situations. Yeah.
So you need to understand that.
I agree.
So let's just move on. Let's forget about this quickly, because I want to end the show quickly. Right, on the screen for you, Epic. What is your take on what's his name? Harry Kane. Do you think Harry Kane is 27 right now, yeah? If this guy retires without winning any trophy, is he gonna be still seen as one of the English greatest players? Or do you think his name is just gonna go under the sands? I'm just trying to imagine in my head right now. Imagine, say for instance, Harry Kane goes into punditry, and then he's talking about, the players have to have winners mentality. You know how all these pundits talk. Are people gonna be listening to the likes of Harry Kane if he's talking about winners mentality when he's not won anything in his career?
Take your bias. Listen, right. Why the way I look at it is, if you go to, obviously winning trophies is a massive help to your legacy as a player, and also it also shows your mentality as a player also, and also adds to your history as a player. Okay, but there's also a difference with Harry Kane. His goals and assists are phenomenal, and it will be on the records list. So he will never be ever forgotten, and people will still reckon. Though maybe people, a younger generation might not be able to see him. People who have seen him could appreciate how good or an intelligent player he was at the time, and I reckon those people will still listen to him if he was in punditry or something, even though he doesn't even know how to speak. So,
right, that's a different topic entirely. Okay, because I'm just looking at Harry Kane.
Let me quickly come in here, Tade, if you don't mind me quickly. No, about Harry Kane. First of all, I would say if Harry Kane wants to win something, he's definitely have to leave Tottenham anyway. That's one thing. Secondly, if he doesn't leave Tottenham, right, and he become a pundit, for example. I have one guy for you as an example. I can't remember him win anything in his career when he played,
Is it
which is
Jamie Redknapp?
no,
Jamie Redknapp.
no, Robbie Savage. He played for Derby. He played a lot of football. He's a pundit on BT Sport, and he talks about football, but he's the one that talks about what's it called? He talks about this Chelsea defender that retired now, assistant manager in Aston Villa. What's his name? John Terry. That he was saying something. John Terry came back to him and said, "Oh, if assuming he has won something in his career, then he can come back and talk to him. But a player that haven't won anything in his career cannot say anything you understand? So that's between them. But Harry Kane can go on and become a very good punditry like Robbie Savage. He doesn't have to win anything, but if he really wants to win trophy,
because of his goal scoring records, man, he will ever be in the history of the records, man. Because he's such an intelligent player, and people, and I think loads of people in the world could actually acknowledge how good of a player. And unfortunately, it's just his club didn't let him go, and he was such a good player. He got his priced out. It was priced out of the move.
I just think it's kind of he kind of tried to win a golden boot than winning a trophy for the club. Look at him at the World Cup as well. He's tried so hard to be a top goal scorer at the World Cup, and now he's trying so hard that golden boot in the Premier League. I just want to go and win it. So
okay. One last question for you guys, and before then, let me just pick a comment. What about Alan Shearer? Tony is asking. Alan Shearer won a trophy. I think he won with Blackburn.
Yeah,
he won it. He won the Premier League with Blackburn.
Back in the
and
day.
Even Alan Shearer, look, even same example, such a phenomenal. His goal scoring and assisting is phenomenal, out of the chance. And even if he didn't win a trophy, he would have still be remembered, and it would just be talked about his quality.
Well, he still hold this record. He's still the top goal scorer in the Premier League, does it?
Yeah, so, exactly. Yeah. So it wouldn't matter if he hadn't won the trophy. It would just furthermore add to his accolades and stuff. So,
all right. One last question before the two of you go: was Xhaka missed against Liverpool? You go first, Mossy Boy.
Yeah. I'm not gonna be believing I'm gonna be saying this because I'm not a fan. But yes, him not in that team, like you said, is the best out of the bad players that we've got in that position. So yeah, it was missed in that game. I would say I cannot actually believe I'm saying it, but
is it? Do you now see maybe where I've been coming from all this while about
No, but when you said it, I agree with you when you said it. But what I'm saying, if Xhaka is not available, I think instead of Ceballos, I believe El Neni will do a better job than Ceballos right now. Instead of bringing in Ceballos in that position next to Partey.
Look, El Neni would do a better job being static than actually drag Granit Xhaka. So because when El Neni plays with Xhaka, he has to do the running around, which makes Granit Xhaka makes it perform much better than it looks. So most of the time. So
I would I like what you just said, Epic. Honestly, I do. Just to add to that, right? What I see, this is my personal opinion, really. What I see in Granit Xhaka is, for me, his positioning. I think his positioning for me is way better than El Neni. He knows how to cover for players when they're out of position. He knows how to be in the right place. There's always a question mark what he does with the ball, right? But that's a different thing entirely. But he knows how to position himself in the right place to cover for players. And I think that's very, very important if you think about it.
Yeah, but all that said and good, but it doesn't matter if you have a good position, etc., and then you mess up in that position and you let a guy through and just slight tackle him to get a red card or strangle him or something. That negates his positives as a player. Like, I'm sorry, he's not his negatives outweigh the positives for him.
This season, I don't think is this season. If you ask me, I don't think his negatives this season outweigh his positives when you compare them to other players. This
He's
season,
one of your biggest, but he was one of your biggest factors how low you have been this season. You're ninth, for God's sake. You're one of the biggest institutions in the world of
yeah,
football.
but
and
he's
you're
been one of the
ninth,
best
so
players in the club. Doesn't that tell you
I disagree.
how bad
he's
all the
been one of
players?
your worst, man.
No, I disagree with you, Epic. Maybe
No,
you
no.
should stick to your Man City game in this case because he's been one of the best players this season. That's how bad we are, Epic. I'm sorry.
No, Tade, let me correct you, right? He's one of the best players at that position. No,
That's what I mean.
at that position, I would
That's
say.
what I mean. You have to look at it based on
Yeah.
position. He's been and he's shown the games that Ceballos played. We've seen what he's been doing. I think Epic, you're looking at this thing from Man City's perspective. You're looking at it from a because you're a Man City fan. You've seen such good football. When you see Xhaka,
But
you can't understand it. I think that's what's happening to you right now. But we're looking at it from Arsenal's perspective. We've been bad. We've been poor. So we're looking at
because
Xhaka.
this is the thing, yeah. I remember that Arsenal is the shopping mall for Man City back in the days.
Not anymore.
You remember? But now, no anymore. Man City will not even take any of those players.
Yeah, but we know that. That's obvious.
An exception of, I would only say Saka or Partey or Tierney.
Man, let me tell you one thing right now, Epic. Yeah, I don't even see Pep Guardiola signing Saka because that is the way I feel. I don't even see Pep Guardiola signing anybody from Arsenal
Tierney's
because
definitely
all
gonna
those
get
players are
nah.
Tierney's definitely gonna get it. Yeah.
Yeah, because we need a left back.
maybe Tierney, any attacking player, but I don't see and none of those our attack is Pep Guardiola player. I tell you right now.
All right.
Aubameyang, man. God.
Yeah, do you know what? Let me ask you guys that. So what's
Obama disappeared.
What's your take on Aubameyang quickly? And that's gonna be the last question. And
my take on him is just take if anybody come from him in the summer, just sell him to us. Just sell him and take the money. It doesn't matter how much. If they wants to give us 20, 25, 30 million for him, just take the money and let him go.
Aubameyang is a one-trick pony. He used to have pace. Now he doesn't. Johnny Evans now can catch up to him. That's how slow he has become now.
Yeah,
and his only one-trick pony was pace, cut inside and shoot. And now players have figured that out now. So he's has been rendered useless now as a player. So if I was an Arsenal fan or an Arsenal manager, I would actively sell him and get a better player for him. I would actively sell him.
And again, I was listening to you earlier when there is it Arsenal money that sell Lacazette. I would rather keep Lacazette than keeping Aubameyang right now.
That was not Arsenal Manic. That was Military Gunner. Military Gunner was gonna sell.
Military Gunner.
Yeah.
No. I would rather keep. Because I like him because of his work rate. It's not like he's scoring goals every week for us, but because of his work rate, I would rather keep him and get a number one choice striker in, and take Lacazette as a squad player to be playing in the beginning stage, early stage of the FA Cup and Carabao Cup.
Okay.
All
right, cool. Listen, guys, Epic, Mossy Boy, thanks a lot for coming in and talking to me. I really appreciate. This is the first show I've had since last week, obviously. We all know the reason why. And it's been good talking to you guys. Hopefully, I'll be back again on Thursday to talk to you guys if you guys are available.
Again, definitely.
Yeah, before you go, Slavia Prague. I totally forgot. Slavia Prague. What is your take on Slavia Prague against Arsenal?
Santa Cruz Arsenal, please. I beg. Rain down on Arsenal. Please give all the miracles to Slavia Prague and knock out Arsenal out of the Europa League, please. Oh my days, this is gonna make my day.
Can you please get out of the chats, please? Thank you. Get out of the live room. Just go.
But the thing I'm gonna say about that is, if Arsenal win the first leg, if Arsenal win the first leg, then we're gonna go through. But if Arsenal drew or lose the first leg, then that's it. That's it. We're out.
You know, these guys are not gonna
I
be.
will, as what I always do, I will still say we're gonna go through on both legs anyway.
Right, but let's not forget the last time we beat these guys was in 2008, 2009. We beat them 7-0. We had the likes of Nicolas Bentner, the likes of Walcott, and the likes of Fabregas scoring goals.
And have we played them? Have you played them again since then?
I can't remember.
No, I don't
think that was the last time, right? But then again, let's not forget, right? Just like Sakaya said when he came on, Sakaya said, these guys beat Leicester, and they actually beat Rangers. So they're not an easy, and they won the league the last 2 years in the Czech league. So they're not gonna be an easy peasy. These are guys that have winning mentality, playing against guys that don't have winning mentality.
Listen, I get, like I said, please Santa Claus Arsenal, just lose.
Epic, can you just leave now? Can you leave now? Like seriously, just go.
Yeah, but I can understand where Epic is coming from. He just want this team to put. Yeah, he want us to lose so they can put us out of our misery. Then no. He's coming from Man City perspective. He doesn't like us. Listen, let me tell you one thing. I don't know why Epic want us to lose because we are not.
What do you think?
We are not. Because we are not a threat to Man City in any way.
It's not that, bro.
So I don't know why you want us to lose.
No. I wanted you guys to lose to see the meltdown of Arsenal fans crying. I even have a mate who actually said it in my group chat on Snapchat. That he said, "We will win the Europa League. Just watch." And I can't wait to put that
seriously, any Arsenal fan that is thinking that we're gonna get to that Europa League final easily, man, they just need to calm down. I'm telling you right now. About that, by the way, Tade, before you go, the way, even though if we went on to win the Europa League, I will always say this every time I come onto your show. The league position is very important. Last season we finished 8th. This season we're below that, right? Even though we go ahead and win the Europa League and we finish 12th or 13th in the table, I still believe it's not acceptable. I still believe that. Don't let Arsenal winning the Europa League, don't let that one overshadow everything. No, because league position is more important. Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. All right. Thanks a lot, Mossy Boy. Thanks a lot, Epic, for coming on. I really appreciate you guys coming on, and I'll be speaking to you guys soon. Bye-bye. Just get out. Get out. All right, people. That was Epic and Mossy Boy. Velv the Clown. I see that you changed your name from Velvisham. I thought you were going to come in and talk to me because obviously you are a Chelsea fan, and I love to hear you cry. Because you guys were on, was it 14? Yeah, 14 games unbeaten. And, obviously that came to an end against a struggling West Brom side. How bad can it be for you guys? That's football, my friend. That is football. It happened to Emery when Emery took over Arsenal. Went on a 21 games unbeaten run. And all of a sudden, we started losing games. It always happens, Tony Blackwell, what are you saying? I like Martinelli. For me, James, he helped turn Arsenal's season around. That was last season, I think. Then for some reason, it's been dropped like a stone. I know Iwobi isn't great. Listen, to be honest with you, right? I think the issues with Martinelli started when he had injuries. And then when he came back from injury, he couldn't get into the team. But I'm not going to lie to you, right? That's one of the issues I have with Arteta. In as much as I come in here and I back Arteta right, left, and center, that doesn't mean I can't disagree with certain things he does. Obviously, my opinion is I feel Martinelli should be making the team right now ahead of Aubameyang. That's my own opinion. That's what I think. But listen, it's the coach. What can I say? Peter Moore, best wishes, Tade. Thanks a lot. Best wishes to you as well. Egbomi Alexandra Gomez, how are you doing? Arsenal are stuck with Aubameyang, almost 450k per week for a washed-up striker. Absolutely horrible investment. You know what? what you've said there is really, really true. A washed up striker. He's really, really washed up, people, because right now he's not at the heights of where we expect him to be. And a lot of people are saying he's beginning to bring out a little bit of Ozil vibes now. You know, it is what it is, people. It is what it is. Osman Ali, Aubameyang is useless now. I'll sell him for free. For free? For free? We're going to make some losses if you sell him for free, Osman Ali. You still need to make some chatters, you know. I keep telling you guys, as fans, we need to consider this, you know. When I'm buying my tickets, right? I'm buying my tickets to go to games. Obviously, I haven't done that in a year because of COVID. But if I'm buying tickets to go to games, I expect to be able to, you know, for the club to be able to use that money to invest and not waste it. So I don't think I would want Aubameyang to go for free. I wouldn't, because obviously you're paying your Sky, you're paying your BT subscription and all that stuff to watch football games. You don't want a situation whereby, you know, the club is going to be losing money, because obviously you indirectly are actually paying for that player. Maybe you don't know, but yeah, that's what's actually happening, you know. Air Max, I don't like the way Arteta treats people. What specifically don't you like? Are you also talking about exactly what Mossy Boy was saying right now? Because obviously Mossy Boy says he's biased. Maybe he is. I don't know. Listen, I don't know what happens in the dressing room. We are not privy to some of the information. We are not privy to some of the behaviors of some of these players. And that's why I take it easy sometimes when I'm castigating coaches on how they treat players. You see, when Mossy Boy was talking about that, apart from Guendouzi, I wasn't really saying much, apart from Guendouzi, of course. But it's quite difficult, because when you see players on the TV, it's different from what happens in the dressing room. So unless you get some inside information, right, you will never know. Like I said, I had inside information about Aubameyang's attitude, and it is not all that great. We see how it comes to training late. We see how we always, obviously, not always, but we've heard of when it came to training late and then they sanctioned him. Can you guys think for 1 minute? Just think for 1 minute. Do you think Aubameyang was put on the bench because he came late on that game alone? Think it through. Don't you think he might have been doing this a little bit more several times? Just think about it for 1 minute. I don't think these guys will just go and just sanction him just like that. For 1 minute, let's think this through. He might have been doing this for a while, and he's like, you know what? I can't take this nonsense anymore from you. You're going to sit on the bench. Do you understand what I'm saying? He must have been doing this. I mean, let's try and think about things deeply sometimes. I mean, if Mossy Boy should piss me off right now, for instance, I'm not just going to sanction him the first day. Maybe he must have been doing it for a while. Do you know what I mean? So, you never know. You never know. That's all I'm saying. Will Nash, I think that's a new name. I haven't really heard that name before. Will Nash, how are you doing? Very happy to see you smiling today. Yes, thank you very much for that best of wishes. And I'm very happy that you're on my channel as well. Air Max, what are you saying? Look now, look at how he treated Saliba like dirt. Now he wants to do Martinelli the same treatment. Well, I hear you, man. I hear you. Let me just see some comments that I've actually passed. Tony Blackwell, you've done well today. Thanks a lot, Tony Blackwell. James Dunlop, we need a winger, so Martinelli would be my choice. He will be given more chances with us. I don't want Martinelli to go to Everton, man. I really don't want Martinelli to go to Everton. I want him to stay exactly where he is. I love him. I love Martinelli. But that's one thing I will disagree with Arteta on. You know, Martinelli not being given that chance, all because of Aubameyang. For me right now, I see Aubameyang as the main blocker of Martinelli's progress. And that's going to be a big issue, if you see what I mean. Listen, people, just before I go, I'm going to play you guys one song from Jocelyn Edgar. It's All About Us. I'm going to play that. I'm going to come, and then we'll conclude the show, and then I can go to sleep, people. All right, then. It is It's About Us from Jocelyn Edgar, people.
Club will go all night. I see you in the back, the mood is right. If I just had your number, I would let you know how I feel. You walk up to me, start dancing to the music and the chase, like this was meant to be. Take my hand, I feel my heart beat, and I don't want this moment to stop. To go home.
Peter Moore, I am not transferring to Spurs. I'm staying put in Arsenal. Jesus Christ.
Tonight I'll make you see it's all about us. It's all about us. As we're dancing close together, making out.
Yes, James Dunlop would like to think we know what goes on behind the scenes, but we don't, and that's exactly what I'm trying to say. You never know what goes behind the scenes until you're in there.
Your hands, the way you're touching me around my neck, got chills down my back. You do it right, the way you're holding me. No, I don't want this moment to stop. No need to fight it, I cannot hide it. We won't regret it. So come with me, maybe we're meant to be a perfect melody, and I don't want this moment to stop.
Just a reminder, people, I'm going to be back here again on Thursday to give you guys a little bit of music and football. No, hang on a minute. There's no music on Thursday. It's going to be post-match analysis. We'll wait and see, people. I'm looking forward to talking to you guys after the game against Slavia Prague.
It's all about us. It's all about us.
It's all about us. It's all about Arsenal, people.
Making out, making out. It's all about us. It's all about us. There's a magic in your eyes. Can't get enough. I can't get enough. It's all about us. It's all about us.
James Dunlop, you can change this song to It's All About Everton. But it's all about Arsenal right now, people.
Time to go home. Don't want this night to end. Yeah, about time we stop pretending. Come home with me. Let's write a history. Tonight I'll make you see. It's all about us. It's all about us. Dancing close together, making out. It's all about.
All right, people. Listen. This has been a very long show, and I think I'll have to come to the end of the show today, people. Thanks a lot for coming on. All the people that have come on. Sekaya was my first caller. I spoke to Military Guna. I spoke to Epic. I spoke to Mossy Boy. Thanks a lot, every single person that's coming to talk to me. I really, really do appreciate it. I really do, from the bottom of my heart. Obviously, we lost a great friend in Claude, who was a supporter of this show, was a pioneer of, TOS TV, and I really miss him, really, I do. But like I said, he's gone to a better place than this earth, and I really appreciate the fact that I was able to meet him and I can call him my friend. James Dunlop, Peter Moore, Tony Blackwell, every single person, Will Nash. Sorry, I can't call every single person that has come on the chats. I wish I could mention every single person's name. I really wish I could. Egbo Alexandra Gomez, James Dunlop, Air Max 90, Epic. Thanks a lot, Epic, for the donation. I really, really appreciate your donation. I really, really do. Thanks a lot, people. And listen, people, I'm going to be back on Thursday. All right? I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks a lot, people. Cheers. Bye.
Come for me, my baby. I really tap on no banana. Feeling singing and I feel I'm in Shakarina. Most out saving is in now. You're coming out to ride with you. 100 good big to die for you. Doing so big, baby. You're due alias. Doing fish shake, baby. Baby, come in class. The 50-50, baby. Maintain the balance. Epic slaughter for the baby. Ingen nan. They were finding a dance for no rules in a trap on someday. You hear me clear, baby. They were finding a dance for no rules in a trap on someday. You hear me clear, baby. Visa me wat det finns. Det kommer väl till min city, nej. Jag vet att det finns. Kom det är bra lives and all nights, yeah. Jag vet att jag minns kör det. På en social smuggle lady. Jag tvivlar det. This I made what the pins say, yeah.
Yes, people, that song is Nan Some Dig, and I'm gonna be closing the show now. Thanks a lot for coming on. I really appreciate you guys. Love all of you, and I'll be seeing you guys on Thursday. Cheers, people, and good night.